Hi friends, welcome to Seeking Life, a channel dedicated to discovering a life worth living outside of your typical job or away from your job, depending upon how you want to look at things. My name is Madison and welcome. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. I know most of my people who stop by are new. I appreciate you so much for checking out my channel. Right now I've just been working on updates and just coming out to the park and filming pretty much whatever comes to my mind because I haven't been able to go anywhere. But today I wanted to give you guys an update. It's been 2 months since I quit my job with zero money to travel America, which is my end goal. But I had to start looking for work because, things just were not going very well. And I do receive a little bit of money from my time in the military. I get a little bit of disability. It's not very much. It usually covers my bills. But yeah, I'm going to talk more in just a minute. Let me get over by the water. See this bird? Well, he dipped under the water. I learned that those birds, you can kind of see when it pops back up, it'll be like just a little, like a Loch Ness monster sort of. And I learned that they will come over here to the shore. He likes to go on this log here, but he swims under the water and he catches fish. And because they don't swim on top of the water like normal birds, he'll come over here to his log and he'll start pruning his feathers, like not pruning them, but like he'll start putting them in the oh, there he is. See him? Like a little Loch Ness monster. But he'll get onto the land and he will put his feathers out and he'll just kind of let the wind cool, dry them off. I think that's really, really neat. Let's get back to what I was talking about. So it is very windy today. I'll do my best to avoid the wind, so yeah, it's been 2 months. Like I said, I do receive a little bit of money at the beginning of every month. It is not much. It's enough to cover my bills, get me some food, take care of my cat, and just kind of, set me up to where I need to be for the month. I stayed up really late because my bank account, they offer this thing called Instacash, which is basically like an advance for your paycheck. And I got stuck in that trap for like 3 years. Hi, honey. You're beautiful. Say hi to the camera. Oh, you're so pretty. Yes, you are. You're so beautiful. Anyway, so I've been trapped in this loop of having to pay that back. And I tried to mitigate the damage when I left my job because I was having to take every month, even though I didn't want to. And I stayed up extra late tonight to transfer it out of my bank account and into my Venmo account. I was up till like 3:30 this morning, and in doing so, they took the repayment literally within minutes. The direct deposit came in at 3:11, and they took out the deposit, or they took out the repayment at 3:14, literally 3 minutes. And so I wasn't sure how I was even going to pay my bills or to be able to get gas in my car because I was literally riding on the empty for days, and there was no way I was going to keep going any farther. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do? So thankfully, my friend allowed me to temporarily borrow some money, and I was able to get the money unlocked because I still owed more than what I had received from my disability check. So yeah, it was pretty scary this morning, and to be honest, I kind of lost it. You know, I don't really get upset much anymore. Nothing really truly upsets me, except I'm just at a point where I feel so frustrated, where I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm the best person I've ever been in my life. And, you know, I treat everybody with kindness, love, and respect. And I highly doubt they brought him back already, but the other day, in case you didn't see it, I helped rescue an owl that was stuck in this palm tree over here. The string's still up there. Well, that's not good. But yeah, they didn't bring him back yet. If they did, they put him somewhere else. But he was adorable. Anyway, so I was freaking out. I was a little upset. I was like, universe, look, I'm being a kind person. I give money when I can. I give food and water when I can. You know, I'm helping other people, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And yet here I am still getting crapped on and still having to suffer, and I barely eat. And when I do eat, it's not a lot, because I mean, yeah, I fast and I purposely do that. And so but it was a struggle. It was just so much more difficult this time around. You know, I'm used to suffering, but I don't want to suffer anymore. You know, I've suffered for 40 years in my life. I don't know if you've been here before when I've shared my story, but both of my parents passed away before I even turned 12. And, you know, I had to take care of myself from like 7 or 8, maybe 9, you know, having to feed myself, cook, get myself to school. Then after that, I did get to stay with my aunt and uncle, where I actually had probably the best part of my life. It was only a few years, and I didn't want to follow their rules, so I got out of there as fast as possible. But I see now that it was probably the only time in my life where I didn't struggle, where I didn't have, you know, insecurities about whether I'm going to be able to eat today. You know, I always had 3 full meals, and even if it wasn't what I wanted to eat, I still had it. So, you know, it's just been such a struggle, and I've been homeless twice, almost homeless more than that. You know, thankfully I had a car the second time, and I got taken in really quickly the first time, so I wasn't ever on the street. But I'm still just at a point where life has been really, really hard. And, you know, I was almost begging the universe, like, hey, why are you doing this? Like, I know it's for a reason, and I know it's for my highest good, but, like, seriously, like, what are you doing to me? Like, why are you just making it so my life is so hard and so difficult? And why is it that evil people never have to worry about food insecurity or shelter insecurity, or, you know, like, even most evil people are rich, and they don't ever have to worry about where their next meal is coming from or where they're going to lay their head at night. And it's just so effed up to me that good people are just still getting screwed. I know that the system is designed against all of us, but still, like, when I've been working on manifesting, I've been working on trying to believe that the best is yet to come, and that soon I'll never have to struggle again. But at the same time, it's like, all right, well, come on now, like, what's the delay? Like, I can promise you, universe, I am much more trustworthy with money now. Like, you don't have to worry. Like, give me, you know, just try it. Like, send me a lot of money and let me prove to you that I can actually be a good steward of this money and help other people and not just enrich myself, because I don't want to enrich myself. Like, I don't want any material things. I don't want any riches or like giant homes. Like, I would be really happy with just like a 30-year-old camper that was in good shape, that ran, and I can drive it and not have to worry about someone taking my home from me. And it's like, since 2014, I think I've lived in like 8 different places, maybe more than that. Like, for a while there, I was moving every 6 months, and it's just exhausting, and I'm tired, and I don't want to do it anymore. Like, wow, the sun's coming out. But I'm just at a point where I'm like, dude, I'm done. I don't even want to try anymore. Like, that's where I was this morning. Like, I was so frustrated and just so unhappy, and just like, dude, why not me? Why can't good things start happening to me? Like, yes, good things have happened, but like, why can't I find someone who wants to give me a camper? Like, like, I know that thinking like that is only going to make the negative more strong in that regard, which is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to amplify the negative thoughts. It was just, we all stumble, and we all, sometimes, what's the word? We sometimes don't get things right all the time. Like, for example, I usually am really, really good about keeping my positive energy and keeping my positive vibes up and thinking positive and believing positive. I'm usually really, really good at that. But apparently I needed to lower my vibe today and have this conversation, because when you lower your vibe, then you actually can see the contrast between the good and the bad. And that's usually why bad things happen, is to help you with your contrast. Because if you don't have contrast, how are you going to know when things are good, and how are you going to know when things are bad? So, but for me, I've had so much more negative contrast than I've had positive contrast, and it's just getting to the point where I feel overwhelmed, and I just feel like I can't keep doing it. And I feel like I just want to give up, which I know is not what I need to be doing, but that's just kind of where my head was at the last 12 hours. But I finally was able to hear back from the job. I have the job. They're still waiting on my background check to come in. It's been almost a week. I don't know how it's taking so darn long, but it is what it is. So we're waiting on that to come back, and we're she said she's gonna put a training schedule together tomorrow, and then I should be able to start on Wednesday. So I finally have confirmation that I'm gonna be able to start, which actually really does relieve a lot of the tension and the pressure, and makes me feel a lot better about what's going on right now. Because with this job, I'll be able to do things on my free time. And I'll be able to, take my weekends to go and enjoy my life, which is the whole point of this channel, is trying to enjoy life, trying to get out of the house, try to get away from the screen, try to get outside, get fresh air, get sun on the skin, So, with all that being said, I was able to get some stuff I needed. I did break down and buy a vape, which, I probably shouldn't have done, but I've been so hungry the past couple of weeks since quitting them, because, I don't have the nicotine in my body that is suppressing my appetite. So I broke down for now just to be able to not be so hungry and not want to eat everything in sight, because that's just really, really difficult. So, especially when I'm used to only eating once a day, and then my body's like, oh, I need you to eat 3 times, and it's like, no, I don't need that much food. Like, I don't want to gain any weight. Like, I've got, about 10 more pounds to go till my ultimate goal weight, and I don't want to be eating more than I should be. So, it's just truly, truly been a struggle. I was able to get, like I said, some more other things I needed. I was able to get some cat food that'll hopefully not make my cat sick again for the 3rd time. And, I just want to move forward in life. I don't want to work, but, at least not for somebody else. I want to do it for myself. I don't want to enrich someone else. I'd rather enrich myself so that way I can help other people. My ultimate goal is helping others. Like I said, I don't care about enriching myself. I want to use that money to help other people. How's it going? There's so many other people who are in need. Like today I saw a gentleman, he was standing on a street corner outside Walmart, and he only had one leg. I wanted to give him some money, but Walmart wouldn't let me take out a small enough amount. It's like, I don't want to hand him $20, especially when I'm currently struggling so hard myself. So, it's just like, all right, so kind of gotta give in to things, and this direction is real windy. Just gotta kind of give in to what's happening, go with the flow, and from what I understand, I would have gotten paid Friday if I would have started today. So, I don't know exactly how all of my bills will get paid this month, but I know that they will somehow, some way. And I know that things are only going to get better now, because like I said, I do have confirmation that I should be starting Wednesday. I still plan to come out here at least for 30 minutes and do a quick walk and talk with you guys before I go to work. I always try to spend as much time with my cat as possible, though, because he's got really bad abandonment issues, and anytime I leave him, he thinks I'm just abandoning him, especially when I'm gone for, more than like an hour at a time. He literally starts freaking out. So, the goal is to find some sort of compromise where I'm still able to come out here and make these videos, because I enjoy doing them. I enjoy coming out here and getting the fresh air, getting the sun. I really hope I'm blocking the sun enough, or the wind enough, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so things have been a struggle. I've been frustrated, and I was this close to giving up today and just saying, screw it, I don't care anymore. Packing my stuff in the car and just finding a place to stay until nighttime, because what else am I gonna do? But I do know that, again, everything happens for a reason, and that everything is happening for me and not against me. So there's a reason why things were delayed until Wednesday. There's a reason why the money went the way that it did today, and hopefully by the end of this month, by the end of April, I'll be able to at least go see something different. Go take y'all to the zoo, take y'all to the science center, or take y'all on a safari, or just something. I want to do something different. I also would still like to go get a SeaWorld season pass, just because those are the most affordable. I know that like United Parks is doing a really crappy job maintaining their parks and whatnot, but unfortunately that's what happens when you let private equity take control of things. Everything goes to crap in a handbasket. So, but I would still like to take, a few hours or like a day a week to drive up there and come home. And, technically, if I woke up early enough, I could get there, spend 4 or 5 hours, and then come back home. Sure, that'd be like a 12-hour day, but at least then my cat's not wondering where the heck I am and whether I left him with my roommates or not. Like, he and I are literally like this. We're inseparable, and it's really hard working traditional jobs when you have cats that are clingy like that, or dogs, I suppose. I'm sure there's dogs that are the same way, and then most people probably don't even realize that cats can get clingy like that. But oh my gosh, this cat, I have never had a cat who bonded with me in such of a way that it's like, please don't leave me, Mom, don't leave me. Like, he hates it when I leave him. So I'm just here trying to live my best life, trying to encourage you all to live your best life, trying to encourage you all to be more kind to yourself and to other people, and to, when you're out in public, just smile at somebody today. Just smile at them. Smile at one person. I just want you to smile at one person. And who knows, maybe that one person, you might have saved their life. I've heard stories where people were so depressed that they were like, all right, I'm going to end it if I don't, if nobody acknowledges me today. So I'm going to acknowledge you too. You matter. Yes, you matter. And I care about you and I love you. And I acknowledge you. I see you. I see that you exist. I see you. I care about you. And I want to see you live your best life. And I want to see you, just be kind to yourself and loving of yourself. Because you deserve love too. You deserve kindness too. And you deserve whatever you want in this life. And you deserve to have happiness and joy and feel fulfilled. And you deserve to have whatever you desire, as long as it's for your best interest and the best interest of other people. And I am proud of you for whatever it is you're going through today. Whether you're going through some crazy crap like me, or whether you're, not struggling nearly as bad, or if you're super depressed and all you did was get out of bed today, I'm super proud of you. I love you and I care about you. And I want to see the best for you. Just like I want to see the best for myself. So I intend to keep coming out here. I intend to keep coming out here and filming these videos, because not only does it bring me joy and happiness, it also gives me a way to get stuff off my chest, since I really have no one else to talk to about most of the things I talk to on here. And I know that at some point, the people who resonate with me and the people who are meant to find me will find me, and this channel will grow, and eventually I'll be able to use this channel as a way to help others, but also as a way to, travel and do the things that I want to be doing anyway. But I also know that I can't just leave with my cat in the car and have really nowhere for him to be. Like right now, he'd have to be walking on this whole hike with me, which is like 1.5 miles, and there's no way he'd be able to do this whole thing. So, especially not in a harness. Maybe he could do it if I let him run free, but I'm not gonna let him run free. There's too many birds and stuff in this park that could hurt him. Plus there's gators, so why? That's so dumb. So I would keep him on a leash, but I'd much rather wait until I can get a camper. And I know that within 6 months to a year's time, I could get myself a camper, and then I can go ahead and put some more money away, and then I can go on the trip that I want to go on. So it's coming still. It's just not quite yet the right time. So I want to say thank you so very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. It's getting really windy again. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for walking with me and following me on this journey of discovery and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with myself. I guess technically you can call what I had a midlife crisis, because I hit 40 years on the planet, and I don't believe in age, but I've been here 40 years, and like I said, I'm just ready for some good stuff to happen. I need some good stuff to happen. I need to do more with my life than just work it away. So I hope you'll continue to follow my journey, and you'll continue to be here with me, and you'll continue to go on these walks with me. And like I said, soon I'd like to go see some more stuff. So that's gonna happen soon, and yeah, I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. So with that being said, I love you, and I will see you then. Bye! Our Egyptian goose friend is here. I did see the 2 sandhill cranes that recently came and made homes, but I don't see them right now. This is one of the ones this is the kind of bird I was talking about earlier. He's at the beginning of the video. He's drying his wings off now because he was swimming. You can't see it so much from this angle. He's got his wings kind of closed now. Maybe he'll open them again. Yeah, he'll sit here and he'll put his wings out so he'll dry them because he swims underwater. How cool. The one we saw earlier. There he goes with his wings open. See what I mean? He was in the water. Now, oh. I guess I scared him. Now he's gonna have to dry his wings off again. Silly bird. There's 3 of them today. Like I said earlier in the video, the one likes to perch on this log and do it. I didn't know what he was doing at first. I was like, why does he keep just having his wings in the wind? It's literally to dry them off. Because they hunt under the water, because they can swim underwater. Really cool. And thank you so much for being here again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all so much. Especially if you have no one else that tells you that they love you. I love you. See you tomorrow.